Now, the fifth and final reason, okay? And I ain't gonna lie, this is probably the most popular reason anybody comes to Bangkok, okay? Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome back to another video, okay? Look, you read right. Today we're gonna be talking about 5 reasons why Bangkok is better than Ho Chi Minh City, okay? Yes, I said it. Bangkok is better than Ho Chi Minh City in these 5 ways, okay? Does this mean I will leave Ho Chi Minh City and move to Bangkok? Does this mean I even think that overall Bangkok is better than Ho Chi Minh City? You have to stay tuned, man. So keep watching and I'll answer some of your questions. Maybe not all of them, but some of them, okay? So stay tuned, man. Let's get right into this video, all right? Okay, so as you guys know, I've spent a lot of time in Ho Chi Minh City, okay? I've met friends, I've went out, I've ate the food, etc., etc. And then as you guys also know, if you've been watching my past few videos, I've been spending time in Bangkok, and I've also experienced a lot while I'm here too. Not everything, but I have experienced enough to where I can give an accurate comparison between the 2 cities. And so, number 1, okay? The number 1 reason, this is my personal favorite thing since I've been in Bangkok, okay? The number 1 reason why I say that Bangkok has Ho Chi Minh Beach in this area, the food. I'm not gonna lie to you, and it might not be for the reason you think, but I will say this: when it comes to food, bro, that Thai food, that stir fry, them noodles, that chicken curry over rice, bro, is undefeated. I'm telling you right now, it's undefeated. I done had some good food in Asia. I done been in Japan, I done been in Bali, I done been in Malaysia, Vietnam. I've had some great food. That Thai food hits different. I'm not gonna lie to you. That Thai food hits different. Okay, like I said, that stir fry, man. Stir fry on the street, like you can just walk down the street and just grab a quick pad thai, chicken pad thai. Bro, I love Vietnam. I love Vietnamese food. I love the pho. I love the banh mi's. But bro, it's nothing like this Thai food. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, okay? And the main reason why I put Bangkok over Ho Chi Minh City in terms of food is because of the food options that they have, right? So pretty much my diet consists of chicken and beef. Occasionally I'll do fish, but mainly chicken and beef. And usually I only eat beef on the days that I'm working out. On my off days, I'm really just eating chicken. And the amount of chicken options in Ho Chi Minh City is very, very slim, okay? If I'm walking down a street in Ho Chi Minh City, bro, and it's like 6 vendors, there's a very good chance that none of those vendors will have chicken. But while I've been in Bangkok, yo, chicken pad thai is such a common meal that everybody has chicken. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, they all have chicken. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I'm so used to hearing they only have pork only, pork. Yo, I try to stay away from the pork, you know what I mean? Like I said, chicken and beef, really. Sometimes fish. Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, not a lot of chicken options, man. But Bangkok, bro, chicken. And it's good too. You know what I'm saying? They have a bunch of chicken options and it's all super, super good. Okay, you guys saw how I've been eating since I've been here, man. Great food, no complaints, seasoned amazing. That stir fry, like I said, bro, chef's kiss, man. You can't beat it, okay? And so for the rest of this list, essentially all of them are gonna like fall into each other, okay? So this next thing is gonna go into the next thing and the next thing, blah, 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 okay? So we got 4 more things. Food is number 1. Number 2, infrastructure, right? The infrastructure of Bangkok is amazing, out of this world, okay? The main reason is because it is the number 1 tourist destination as of 2024, and I believe that's not the first time that they've received that award or whatever you want to call it, accolade. That's not the first time they've done that, okay? But 2024, yes, they definitely have been the number 1 most visited city in the world, okay? In the world, yes. Bangkok, Thailand, look it up. Matter of fact, you don't even have to look it up. I'll put it right here for you. You see what I'm saying? And so because of that, obviously they have more money to invest in the city and because of that, they need to be more prepared for all of the tourists coming in. So how do they prepare? Number one, and this was the first thing I noticed when I got off the plane, the customs situation was a breath of fresh air. I had a layover. I think probably like my flight got delayed, then it was like another like hour-long layover, 2 hours, something like that. I was in the airport for a little while. Maybe it was even like 6 hours. I don't know. I done flew so many places, had layovers. I'm not sure. But anyway, I did not want to wait long in customs, okay? If you guys ever flown in Ho Chi Minh City, you know you can easily be waiting in customs for an hour. Easily. Like, they situation is terrible, right? They don't have, like in the US, we have like TSA that like will guide the lines and like make sure everybody's following the rules. It's not like that in Ho Chi Minh City, okay? You get off the plane, it's like a big old line, and you just get in that line. People are cutting, people are moving like the little bands that separate the lines, going up under the bands and cutting people. Bro, it's terrible, and nobody's really enforcing anything. It's only, you know, some places have foreign passport, and then like Vietnam passport, they don't have anything like that. It's just all passports, so everybody's in the same line. Bro, it is a hassle, a headache, and it's not enjoyable. Now, Bangkok, when I landed, I was probably in the customs queue for maybe 5 minutes. I walked in, everything was taken care of. It didn't take long. Everything, like it was very quick, very easy. And I was grateful for that, okay? And speaking of the airport, another thing is in Ho Chi Minh City, right? If you want to visit, if you're a US citizen, I don't know what it is for everybody else, but as a US citizen, you have to get a visa to enter Vietnam. No way around it. Even if you want to go in for a day, 20 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you have to get a visa, okay? And you have to pay for that visa. It's online. The website is janky, I'm not gonna lie. They just made a new website, and I was kind of, when I was leaving the States to come back to Vietnam, like on this most recent trip, bro, I was low-key nervous because they got a new website, so I did everything I need to do on the new website. But you gotta like get a VPN. Then when you get the VPN, even when you're trying to pay, it was not letting me pay. I was calling my friend like, yo, see if you could use your card. It wasn't working. I had to make like 3 or 4 different accounts. Ended up having to get somebody else to do it for me, man. Extremely chaotic. In Thailand, Bangkok, you don't need to do that, okay? If you are a US citizen, like I said, I can't speak on everybody else, but if you are a US citizen, you're good to go. For 30 days, just walk in. And I think even the process to extend that first visa is pretty simple as well. But yeah, so airport experience, infrastructure is amazing. Outside of the airport infrastructure, another thing I noticed is like the interstates there, okay? They have really nice interstates. You can see the bridges when you're coming down, and you know what I'm saying? It looks like very modern in Bangkok, very, very modern. There's like a lot of fountains in places. It's a lot of like statue type of setups, like monuments. It's a lot going on there, like very, very modern looking city. And then on top of that, as you guys know, if you watch any Bangkok content, you know that a big thing is the high rises in Bangkok, okay? The condos in Bangkok. As far as infrastructure goes for there, they definitely have Ho Chi Minh City beat. Now, don't get me wrong, Ho Chi Minh City definitely has amazing condos and high rises, but the thing is, if you want a really nice high rise for a really nice price, you have to be away from the main city, right? You have to be away from where all the fun stuff is to do in Ho Chi Minh City. The main bars like Boi Vien and the bars that you see me go to, and like the walking street, you have to be like far from that, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 15 minutes away from that to really experience the nice condos for $500, $400, right? And the difference between Ho Chi Minh City and Bangkok is like, you don't need to be in one specific place in Bangkok to have a lot of fun, right? The fun isn't only going on in one area. There's multiple areas in Bangkok where it's a lot of fun. So you could be in Khao San Road and have fun. You could be at this bar and have fun. You could be at this night market and have fun. You could be in a lot of different places in Bangkok and have fun. 25 minutes, 30 minutes away from each other, still have a good time. It's not like that in Ho Chi Minh City. If you aren't in like the main area, there isn't going to be too much fun 30 minutes away. Just not like that. That's not what it is. It's pretty much everything is in like a 10-minute, 15-minute radius in terms of where everybody's going to be and all the fun is happening, right? So the infrastructure is really cool. in Bangkok for sure. You can get the nice pools, you can get the tennis courts, you can get the parks, all that for a very nice price and still be in a good area in the city, right? And so boom. Number 2 is the language barrier, okay? In Ho Chi Minh City, bro, pretty much nobody speaks English, okay? It's very little English being spoken, and even if they do speak English, they are not confident enough to like really use it with you, right? Even if they do speak English, they aren't going to use it with you. They kind of are really shy about it, hesitant about it, blah blah blah. In Bangkok, partly because of the tourism, like I said, #1 most visited place in the world, it's in their best interest to learn English to make money, okay? For business reasons, it just makes more sense to learn English, okay? And then also you're around so many English speakers, you might as well just dabble in it a little bit, okay? So the amount of English speakers in Bangkok versus Ho Chi Minh City, bro, Bangkok got them beat. And because of that, it's just much more convenience for somebody like me, right? And once again, this is all my opinion and all my perspective. You could think completely different, but for me, this is what makes sense. I speak English, I want to communicate in English, so I can communicate easier in Bangkok than I can in Ho Chi Minh City, right? It is what it is. Obviously, I'm not saying that any of those countries or any of those cities must learn English, but I'm just saying the fact that I can speak English way easier in Bangkok, that's definitely a W, thumbs up, whatever you want to call it, right? So, like I said, a lot of people speak English, so this leads me to the next point. Like I said, these points are going to go into each other, right? So the next point, the people. Now, I will say this, Bangkok and Ho Chi Minh City both have amazing people, right? They both are amazing people, but the one benefit that is in Bangkok is the language. But the other set of people in Bangkok is the foreigners, okay? The tourists are everywhere. Ho Chi Minh City definitely has tourists, but not as many tourists that somebody like myself will relate to. I can easily find somebody my age that speaks English from the UK or from Canada or something like that very easily. Like literally, it would take me, if I was to go outside and walk around, it would take me literally 2 minutes to find somebody that could speak English, that's my age, that we have like-minded interests in. It's not like that in Ho Chi Minh City though, okay? It would take way longer. It's not that many foreigners, and yes, and even if it is foreigners, not everybody is the type of people that I'm going to want to hang out with. But here, people my age, people younger than me, people older than me, everybody is here. Whatever your crowd is definitely in Bangkok. So it's cool to be able to hang out with people that speak your language and that come from similar backgrounds as you, and just have things that you can relate to, and you guys can like meet up and have fun, even if it's just like temporary like connections, like you guys just hang out, go to a party, something like that. It's still cool to meet up with people that you can communicate with and still have a good time, okay? Don't get me wrong, I do like hanging with the locals as well, and spending time around the locals, but it is a breath of fresh air, and it's pretty cool that I have the option to hang out with so many foreigners in Bangkok. They're everywhere. And yeah, so that's really cool. Thumbs up for that. Now, the 5th and final reason, okay? And I ain't gonna lie, this is probably the most popular reason anybody comes to Bangkok, okay? Look, the nightlife in Bangkok, bro, is like that, okay? It is like that. The videos you see on the internet, on TikTok, on Instagram, I ain't gonna lie, Bangkok is really lit like that. You feel me? I'm not gonna lie. Ho Chi Minh City, I've had great times. Don't get me wrong. I had great times in Ho Chi Minh City. Met a lot of amazing people. Had amazing times. Went out plenty of times in Ho Chi Minh City. Got home just safe. Blah blah blah. Had drinks, etc., etc. But with that being said, Bangkok still got them beat. Okay. And I will say one of the reasons, just like I was saying before, yo, the foreigners are in Bangkok. Okay, so it's so much easier to have fun with people, right? There's no language barrier there. You could easily run into English speakers, and just like I did the other day, you know, I went out the other night, I ran into people, all of those people speak English. You know what I'm saying? That's easy, and you're gonna find that often in Bangkok, okay? You're gonna find people that you could just hang out with, party with. Even if you go by yourself, you'll find people. Trust me, you will definitely find people. In Ho Chi Minh City, I can't say it's like that. And even though you will find people, if you look, it's not as it's not as easy. And I will also say, I don't feel like Ho Chi Minh City is the place that people come to connect and have fun with other people. I think people come here to like enjoy themselves, but not to connect with strangers. I feel like Bangkok is more of the place where people come looking for people to enjoy the city with. And people are way more open. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just the people I ran into, right? But I don't think it is. I think that's just the vibe of Bangkok. I think the people that come there are similar to the reason I came. I came to Bangkok to interact with people. You know what I'm saying? That was my main goal of coming to Bangkok, and I definitely was able to do that. And so the nightlife is insane, okay? Like I said, as you guys saw, I went out multiple times, and as you guys saw, it's really, really cool. I went to a night market, had a good time, got some good food, got some good drinks, had a great interaction with the locals, okay? So it's not just the foreigners that's cool, but the locals also had an amazing interaction with the locals. That was really cool. Go watch that video if you haven't. But another time I went out, had amazing interaction with foreigners, okay? We went out, had a good time. We went to, I went to a rooftop bar. That's another thing. Ho Chi Minh City definitely has nice venues, dope venues, rooftop venues, but not nearly as many as Bangkok. It is what it is. We went to the Gen Z bar. Bro, the vibe there was crazy. And the crazy part about it is nobody was there. Like, the place was empty. So just think about it. If that place looks that nice and it's empty, just think about how many other places it is that look just as nice, if not better, and it's more people. You know what I'm saying? So that place was cool. Gen Z bar was definitely cool. That's like some cool spot, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's empty like that all the time, but you could definitely go there, take a little vibe there, chill there, stay out the way, rooftop, nice view, etc., etc. But even when I left there, right outside of that bar was Chinatown, and I think Chinatown Market, something like that. Great vibe, okay? Great vibe. It was chaotic. It was food everywhere. Awesome place to be, you know what I'm saying? And it isn't that many night markets in Ho Chi Minh City. At least if they are, they're not rampant to where you're going to just run into it, okay? In Bangkok, you might just be walking and you can just run into a market. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't planning on going to that Chinatown market, but it was out there, it was in my face. And you know what I'm saying, pause. But yeah, and so yeah, that, but also, okay, boom, after we left the Gen Z bar that was like not really popping, but it was a amazing view, amazing everything like that, had drinks, etc., but it wasn't popping, we decided to go to another bar. Now, boom, this is another difference between the nightlife in Bangkok and Ho Chi Minh City. In Bangkok, they have tuk-tuks, okay? Those are like the little go-karts I told you guys about. Boom, you hop in those and they take you to the next destination. Those are, in Ho Chi Minh City, all they have is Grab, right? You're gonna hop on the Grab bike, you're gonna hop in the Grab car, and you're gonna go from location to location. But even in Ho Chi Minh City, from my experience, I haven't done too much like club hopping to where I need to even do that. I've only done that a few times, and even when I did, it wasn't in style, you know? I wasn't in the tuk-tuk riding around with the lights and all that, nah. Just in a little Grab, etc., etc. And there's only a few areas you could go to that's popping in Ho Chi Minh City. In Bangkok, it's plenty of places. Like I said, it's so spread out. You could go 30 minutes away and it's still gonna be lit. In Ho Chi Minh City, if you drive 30 minutes away, it's going to be boring. Like, it's not going to be lit, trust me, you know what I mean? Not going to be the same as if you're in the main part of the city. Anyway, I spent like 2 nights in Khao San Road. So that is equivalent to like Boi Vien in Ho Chi Minh City. I will say they're very, very similar, but they have their differences. In my opinion, Khao San Road in Bangkok has way more lit clubs than Boi Vien. Boi Vien, they're pretty hit or miss, and they only have like, I've only been to like 1 or 2 that are really, 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 really lit. The rest are like, okay, you know what I mean? But from what I've seen in Khao San Road, they all are pretty much flooded. Like I said, the #1 tourist destination in the world, bro. So that's what you're gonna expect, you know what I mean? But also in Ho Chi Minh City, Boi Vien, yo, the people there are way more, I wanna say like, not annoying, but like, what's the word? Like soliciting, right? They're trying to solicit something. They're trying to sell you something like over and over and over and over and over again. Like, it gets a little bit annoying. Like the working girls are like touching on you, grabbing on you. It's kids that trying to grab on you, trying to sell you stuff, blah, blah, blah. Even the people that own the clubs, own the bars, they're kind of annoying. They're kind of like trying to drag you in, blah, blah, blah. In Bangkok, it's not really like that, okay? In Bangkok, it's like, even like the club owners is like, do you want to come in? If not, no big deal. The working girls, they aren't really that aggressive. Like they aren't really like holding you, grabbing you, touching you, at least not from my experience. Like I was really just chilling. And even on Khao Road, like from what I remember, it wasn't really a lot of working girls. I think it's a whole like section, it's called like Soy 6 or something like that. I didn't visit, but like I think it's an area where all the working girls are. In Boy Vienne in Ho Chi Minh City, like all the working girls are on Boy Vienne, and it's kind of annoying. And yeah, but I had a good time though. Both cities I had a good time. I met amazing people in both cities. But look, these are just 5 areas that I believe Bangkok has Ho Chi Minh City beat. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of areas also that Ho Chi Minh City has Bangkok beat, okay? And I will discuss those too in another video. So you guys make sure you like, comment, subscribe so you don't miss that, okay? And so yeah, I hope you guys were able to find some type of value from this video. Maybe you guys are interested in visiting Ho Chi Minh City or interested in visiting Bangkok, or was just curious about the two. You know, like I said, I've spent time in both, so I felt like I could give an accurate representation. And yeah, man, so hopefully you guys like this video, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. More Thailand adventures on the way. It's about to get crazy, so make sure you guys stay tuned, man. I'll catch up with you later. All right.